Last time on Around the Table with Joy.
Don't zoom in, Sade. But yeah, this is how I stay sane.
You know what? I think that's the Saint Bernard thing.
Boom.
I think it is.
More people need to go to the fucking doctor.
Hello.
Okay? It'll be less crime.
And less spread of venereal diseases.
And less spread of it. People are thinking more clearly.
That's true.
I ain't gonna take this third one though. Thank you, Dr. Griffith.
And in good time.
Is he located in Kaiser?
He's a Kaiser Permanente psychiatrist. I got insurance, y'all. And I use my shit.
And you better.
I can't.
But that's the problem. I'm telling you. There's a bunch of crazy motherfuckers around here and nobody ain't seeing no doctors.
When I think about like dating, I'm not talking about dating because I go out on a date with almost anybody. But when people enter, I would. It's free. I like steak. Bitch, I'm wide. I like to eat. Although they say I never eat all my food, so he'd be like, why did we come here? Are you gonna eat this?
Why you ain't say what the whole name?
Because we're not doing it.
Because I know the last time we was on camera, you said you wasn't doing it.
Because we're not doing it.
Okay, all right.
I was having a moment.
Okay, I know you was having a goddamn moment.
So here's the thing. So I feel like bringing a man into my house, sleeping in the bed with me, I promise you, I have anxiety about men getting out the bed with me and me finding them in my children's bed. Like I have anxiety about that because let me in my life, I guess, of growing up, I wasn't ever safe spending the night places.
Every place I spent the night,
Somebody touched me.
Man was trying me.
Yes, ma'am. And I had to share with my brother. One time. That resentment that you had for your daddy. I'm not gonna call it a resentment to my brother, but there was an incident. I had become so used to someone coming in the room where I was. I prepared myself for it. Literally, if I was at friend's house, cousin house, whatever, and they had a male in that house, I prepared myself. I prepared myself. I could hear the footsteps, I could hear the door, and I'm bracing myself because I know what's about to happen. One particular time, we were at cousins of cousins, right? Not immediate family, like cousins. And in the house, it was so many of us, and the house it felt big. It felt big because we were young, and everybody else went to sleep together. And I stayed because I didn't want to be with everybody else. So I stayed in the other room, and this grown man was talking to me. I know you're not asleep.
You be killing me.
I know you want this. But he never touched me. And so I'm preparing myself. So I'm trying everything, like maybe if you pretend you sleeping, maybe if you snore. And so when I began to fake snore, he said, I know you're not sleeping. And I knew that my brother was in that house, and all I wanted was my brother to come save me. I was just thinking, my brother's gonna come here and he's gonna save. My brother is some kind of way gonna know, and he's gonna come save me. And then I had to own it, and I realized you can get up. You can run out this room, and I did. I got up, but I didn't do what I should have done because I never said anything. And I feel like this conversation is important because we don't say anything. The best protection is education.
Yes, ma'am.
And you talk about it.
Yes, ma'am.
And people ask me all the time why I curse so much. I'll tell y'all why I curse. I curse so much because once I begin to tell, right? So it took me years, so many things. We don't even have enough tape to go through everything that happened to me. And I'm not talking about just molestation from men, girls. You understand? Close family,
that too from a close
distant family, whatever. Now, this was when I said I can't take this anymore. My mom, God knows it's true. My mama just turned 76. and I'm the youngest. I never saw my mom in a relationship. Now, I don't know what her reason for that is, but I saw her trying one time. And I was excited for her, right? And this man was new into our life. So he would come over, not much. He was very respectable. My mama was very respectable. I can't proudly say I didn't have a mama that was into everything. She always worked and took care of us and all that. And I think she really tried to date this man. And he spent the night, or so I thought. I don't know, I went to bed early. Somebody came into my room, fondled my breast, rubbing my thigh. And I was so petrified, I couldn't open my eyes. So I just automatically assumed it was the new person into our situation, my mama, boyfriend. I swallowed it. I didn't say nothing. Because my mama wasn't, they was trying. You see what I'm saying? So one day, I'm at Taquincy's house. Now, if you remember Taquincy, I could see my porch from her porch. And I saw the man truck pull up. Listen to me. I was petrified. That day, I told Taquincy, tears in my eyes, I said, I can't go home. I'm scared. I can't go home. And mind you, we young, 12, 13. I can't go home. I see the man truck, and she, in that moment, we became adults. And she protected me. She said, you're going to stay right here. You're going to call your mama on the phone.
That's how my best friend was.
And you're going to tell her. And I told my mama. My mama, I seen the truck man. My mama said, come home. This is when I began to curse openly. He'd be like, how you curse in front of your parents? My mama said, listen, I never want you to feel like you can't tell me something. However you need to tell me, if it was an issue of you don't know what to say, if you need to say that bitch, that hoe, that motherfucker did me something, you come in here and you say it. I don't ever want you to feel like
what?
She said, if I need you to say, I don't care how you need to say it. If you need to come in here and say, this motherfucker done fuck with me, fuck that. My mama broke up with the man. Listen, y'all, listen.
Peace.
My mama broke up with the man. The next weekend, here we go again. They had a DJ on the corner. You know what you do. Y'all think you shaking your ass. I remember the outfit I had on and everything. But mama let me, I had a wine cooler. I go to bed. I'm sleeping. Opens, the bedroom door open. Here you go again. I'm being something like that wasn't my mama boyfriend.
Who the fuck
that was my fucking cousin. I know now that I don't like you initiating touch. I love to be touched. I have to initiate the touch. I have to welcome you in to my space.
You gotta control it.
You understand? And let me tell you how that manifested. People call a thing. I have 4 sons first. My sister, my older sister, they have all of these theories. Oh, that bitch so aggressive. She's so sexually aggressive. She'll have all sons. You're right. I have to be the aggressor. I have to be the aggressor. And I have to almost belittle you.
Why you feel like you gotta do that?
That's what that hurt. That's what that.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me, and I can't. Terrence is the one in the bedroom. Like y'all think he a mouse. I'm the mouse. I'm loud out here, nigga. When I get in that bed, I be like,
Damn girl.
There's kids in the room.
but you know I gotta turn it up. You gotta learn to turn it up. But I'm just saying, hey girl, like,
No, I'm like, listen.
if my emotions is not attached to it, I'm the aggressor.
Yeah.
And
if my emotions are attached to it, I'm not.
Being abused or sexually abused, it teaches you to turn your emotions off.
Yes.
I have 5 kids, 4 different baby daddies.
Come on.
And the
now.
reason why is because no participation of a father. So mainly the girls need that father there.
Yes.
To teach them how to treat a man.
Yes.
And how to be
Treated by
from
a man. Yes.
Because if you don't know how to be treated from him, you're going to be vulnerable to whatever.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what it had a hold on me. Like, with me, being abused was because I say I used to lay there like a deaf mute. Because I turned my emotions off. After my mind wouldn't listen, it's
I'm like Sia.
I don't even want to talk no more.
I'm like Sia. I'm like, I want to swing from the chandeliers.
I want to get like that, girl. Do you understand?
So
I want to just be like wild as a motherfucker.
Listen, I'm telling you, if I have made a decision to sleep with you, it's all. Season 4, episode 1 opener, we had a lot of comments here on the YouTube channel like, I can't believe that you would pick to sleep with R. Kelly. I'm like, shit, piss on me. We pissed on each other. Swinging, chandeliers.
And then that's how we different. Because listen, when I listen to R. Kelly music now that I know, seems like you're ready. How it seem like she ready, R. Kelly? You predator ass.
No,
because what I'm saying.
Because now I'm thinking, at what age do you think I seem like I'm ready?
Yes, because he seemed like they're ready at, you know what they say about that dude. But anyway.
Well, all right. I don't want one more second of this video to go by without me thanking you both for coming here. And I know this kind of in the middle, but it's in my heart to say it. You said it first. The first step is acknowledgement.
Yep.
And there is this saying, you know, queens fix each other crowns. And I talked to my sister about it, but let me tell you something about fixing my crown, or me fixing your crown, or you fixing my crown. I first got to acknowledge that the bitch is crooked.
Mm-hmm.
You got to acknowledge that something is wrong. I have an issue with forgiveness.
Nah, I don't have an issue. I have an issue with forgiveness.
I don't forgive.
I've learned. I guess I put you in a box. See, you in this box.
I mean, that's what it is.
Box.
Forgiveness.
Yes.
You have to forgive for you to have peace and unblock your blessings.
I don't forgive.
You have to.
I don't even know what that... Listen, when I tell people this, I'm telling you, this is real talk.
There's a difference between forgiveness and forgetting. You'll never forget,
listen,
but you can forget.
This is how my life is set up. This is how my life's set up. There are... She's talking about a box. I have a mother and a father, very active parents. I have 3 living sisters, and my 3 living sisters have children. That's the only people that can get. And let me not say this. And my siblings and my daddy children. That's it. Everybody outside of that, I feel like we could be good or not. Like. But a part of that comes from, and let me tell you where it's coming from now as an adult. Because I'm the youngest of 7 children, and all of my siblings older than my parents, they are now sharing with me. So these hurts that we talking about, they're expressing those hurts. So I'm identifying with them on a different level that I didn't know anything about. And it's draining. When you have all these grown personalities and everybody's holding that resentment towards mama or daddy or sister or brother, and they're sharing to me the very same thing that I went through. You went through this 12, 13, 14 years before me. I'm angry. I'm bitter, but I can't show that emotion to my sisters because they're so broken. Some kind of way I became the little big sister. So I have to hold them together. So that takes so much energy. So if anybody outside of that circle, we can be, promise you, we can be great. If something happened, I don't even have to talk to you no more. Because guess what? As soon as you hang up the phone with me, my sister gonna call with something. This sister gonna call with something. I don't have any emotional space for that. I can't even think about that.
But you gotta ask God. You know,
I don't even know how to begin that.
I always say, God, forgive those whom I don't even know that have hurt me. And forgive me for hurting them. And move on.
I'm gonna have to find a good church. Get a good pastor.
You ain't even gotta find. Baby, church is inside of you.
No,
you
I'm saying no. I have a real relationship with God, but I'm saying, I'm gonna have to find one who teach you, somebody to teach you, touch you, lay hands on you, something, because I don't have it. Like I'm telling you, listen, I don't like. I'm telling you, and it's no. I don't want people like listen. 2017 was. And I'm not saying.
I don't think I forgave nobody neither.
That's
when I think about it. Like,
2017 was so tough.
If you still get pissed about it, does that mean you forgave them?
I don't know. You
No.
ask D.
No.
So you're not supposed
You
to be
really
mad?
gotta forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Then say I forgive them. Whom?
So if I'm still getting pissed about a situation, that means I haven't forgiven that person.
And yourself.
That means that you're not over your hurt.
How you get over hurt? Once I'm hurt. How do you? I don't even know how to do that. Like, how you get? No, seriously.
It's
Tell
like
me.
you
You putting that in the back of the book?
through all of that. I know you mentioned that, but through all of that, have you ever had suicidal thoughts?
Hell no.
I have.
I'm homicidal. I told you I will run you over with a car.
I had anticipations, and I can count in my lifespan 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Even drove myself the last time. I remember my son was probably about 2. And I just broke down one day. I didn't know why I was crying or what. I was just in this emotion.
Mm-hmm.
I remember picking him up. He had on nothing but a t-shirt, underwear, and I drove myself to the psych ward.
Mm-hmm.
But I never went in.
Mm-hmm.
I sat in the car and I just cried. And he said, I don't remember what he said, but he said something, and I turned around and looked at him, and that made me pull off.
Mm-hmm.
He don't remember that because he would have told me, but he remember a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I drove myself to the site.
Them children give you a lot of strength, though. I know I would have been broke down a
If it
long
wasn't
time
for
ago
the
if it wasn't
kids.
for my kids.
You know, I tell people that all the time. You know, people. I'm so glad you touched on it because I'm gonna go back to it. As you all know, I have 6 children, and God does not make any mistakes. If I didn't have my 6, if I didn't have my 6, I would be dead.
Mine were so little, and my oldest, she was 9, and I think that was the last fight before he went to jail. That last time.
Your first husband.
My first husband.
Okay.
And I remember I was going to hair school. And I was sneaking and going because he didn't want me to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But my friend, after school, I would go to her house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was teaching me one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
But she had this praying mother.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, her mom told her to tell me to come in the room. And I'm like, what you want with me?
Mm-hmm.
She saw something in me.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I got back in that room, and I know I hadn't told my friend, she told me everything I was going through. And I broke down.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I went over there, the more she kept praying for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the more she kept praying for me, I was hungry for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was this one particular night he went out with his little buddies. And it's in one of my forums. Every Friday he would get, if I wanted more money, then sex was next. Every Friday he would get his paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a fight.
Mm-hmm.
This one particular Friday he went out. He didn't come home till like right before day in the morning. And I was sitting out the door.
See, that's
I had done grew
the
some
ground.
balls from somewhere. Because I done put my chair out there, sit in the driveway, waiting on him to get home. Because it's almost daytime.
Mm-hmm.
He
He
was
pulled up.
pissed, is what you was.
Yes, he pulled up. And I guess he was finna do a drive-by to see what was going on in front of the house. Because his friends were still in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked, and I could hear him going, what the fuck sickle she doing out the door?
Did he say fudge sickle?
No, he said
No.
the other thing.
He said the other thing.
I just needed to know who said fudge
But
sickle.
anyway, he put his head out the window. Get your head in the house. I say, I ain't going nowhere. And he looked. Oh, you a bad 8 tonight. I still didn't say nothing. He drove off. He said, you better have you in the house by the time I get back around this corner. He came, got out the truck, and he was steady telling me, get in the house. And I said, you go first. I ain't going first, you go first.
Mm-hmm.
We got in the house, and he was just ramping through the house. And I sat down. I had a round table, something like this. I sat down, and I used to make these vases. Sit in the middle of the table. And he came, and he say, oh, you think you bad? You think you bad? I don't know where you done grew some balls from. And he did like this, and I just sat there and looked at him like,
You was tired.
Yeah.
And he looked and saw my hand going to that vase. He said, oh, turn around. You ain't going to hit me with it because you love me. And it was something about the way he said it, or what he said, like, for real?
You snap.
Yeah.
I'm in the background screaming. I'm cheering you on right now. He
Baby, he turned that back. I took that vase. Boom! And we just started fighting.
Yeah.
But he was filled with so much cocaine.
Mm.
He didn't feel none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember we had a mirror engraved with our names on it.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, I took that mirror and I broke across his back. And I had a piece in this hand and a piece in this hand. He started trying to get the piece out of this hand, not recognizing I got a piece in this hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm steady going, but he ain't feel it. He ain't feeling nothing.
Wow.
I don't know how long we fought, but we fought till I got tired.
Yes.
Because he wasn't getting tired.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I just remember him, he just took me by my hair, drug me in the room. How could you want to... How could you want to take me to bed when you just got through playing Russian roulette with my head?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because that's a part of that control. That's a part of that control.
As he pressed the pillow upon my face, so nobody would hear me scream.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I said, no, you're taking my body.
Yeah.
Thumps on the wall, I know somebody's awake. It's my body he's trying to take.
Mm-hmm.
After that, get your ass in the bed. In the tub. Ran a hot tub of steaming water and put me in it. It said, I'm finna go. And when I come back, you better be done bathed and you better have your behind in that bed. And you better not call the police because you just buried yourself. I opened the window, trying to get out. He heard it. Kicked the door down. Kicked the door full down on the ground. And I jumped back in the tub, even though it was steaming hot. And I heard him leave. So I kind of hopped out the tub. And I'm crying. I'm crying. And I could see the blood running down my leg because you just took my body. Mm-hmm. I said, no, I don't care if we is married. Right. No is no.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
When I came around that corner, my 9-year-old child was standing at that door.
Mm-mm-mm. You don't know how much she saw,
right.
What she heard.
Right. And that's not my, it's not a fear. Because, see, in this note, I don't even know how to communicate it. And that's why I had to call you two in to guide this conversation. Because I developed the opposite. Bitch, you're not doing that to me. You'll be the one in the tub.
Like that part.
That was the first time I ever fought him back.
Oh,
ever. I used to just ball up.
Listen. Listen, let me tell y'all how I used to fight.
How long after that did you leave?
When I saw her face, God will use your children. Mm-hmm. When he see nothing else will work, he will use your children. When I saw her face, it was time for me to stop thinking about myself and go get help.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I took her by her hand. It was my oldest child. And I never knew she saw that until she got grown and went to talking about it.
Yes.
I took her by the hand. I say, Mommy, going to get us some help. Mm-hmm. When you see the light shining in the door, that's the police. Mm-hmm. Open that door. Mm-hmm. And I just remember running to that same friend house. Mm-hmm. And she stayed far. I ran. I don't know how I built. I'm going to just say by the grace of God, he gave me the strength to get there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And she said, I didn't remember anything. I woke up 3 days later.
You was tired.
3 days later in the
tired.
hospital.
Yes.
Wow.
One nurse put the sheet over the mirror so I couldn't see my face.
Yes.
Another nurse came and took that sheet officer say, no, you need
You
to
just
see
see
you.
that. Yes.
Because the next time they bring you back here, they're going to bring you
In a body bag. Yep. Yep.
When my friend told me, when she saw me, she just hugged me. She said, I don't know how I heard your knock. Because to me, I felt like I was knocking hard. She said, it sounded almost like a tap.
Yeah.
And she said, I just fell in the door.
Yeah.
When she opened the door, and the last thing I said to her was, get my kids.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Right.
Did he go his ass to jail for that one?
Baby, they had the helicopters after that.
Yeah.
But before that, I used to call the police.
Yeah, they come after the damn fact with their big bad ass.
And the law, I thought they was made to protect the people. Where are they now? These blows are getting heavier, and the weapons have become more lethal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had a broke arm. We didn't see it. Broke nose. We didn't see it. Teeth knocked out my mouth. We didn't see it. So you asked me why I stayed?
Mm-hmm. That's why you stayed. You had no help to leave.
Thank you.
So you're now married, remarried.
22 years,
And
baby.
been remarried for 22 years.
And yes, I took him through it. I took him
because
through it.
you had a lot of hurt and pain.
Because after that, I stayed by myself 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
8 years.
You wasn't trying to go get no new owner. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, but he loved you through it because you're still with him.
Mm-hmm.
22 years.
Mm-hmm.
22 years.
So you know what I say, ladies? It's just a scab.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a scar. I kind of want to let you ladies on the wrap up. I know you've already kind of gave some tips. Get your medication.
Mm-hmm.
Go see the doctor.
Yes. All right. First of all, you got to have some kind of therapy. Listen, because sometimes you just can't figure out why you are the way you are on your own. Like, somebody have to ask you the right questions sometimes, or the right thing have to happen at a certain time to make you realize that. Because I got a friend, she's very schizophrenic, and she don't like to take her medicine. So, it's people out here that's really in bad situations, and they need that help.
2 important things that I want y'all to identify. One is the warning signs.
The warning signs is verbal abuse. It starts with verbal. When he go to calling you out your name, don't nobody love you when they call you out your name. So if they calling you B, ho, anything other than your government name, what you was birthed with, it starts right there. So don't take that as, oh, he just loved me. Or if he didn't curse me out, that mean he don't love me. Lies. Who told y'all that?
Right.
That's not love.
So that's the first one of the signs, verbal abuse. So once you identify that you're in a situation and you need to get out, you need to get help, give maybe 1 or 2 options of.
Go to my website, VOSNP.org, Voices of Silence Nonprofit.org. Check me out. Leave me a message. I promise you I'll contact you back.
Okay.
Yes.